So someone who knows me told me something the other day. He said he watched 2 hours of my YouTube and that there's nothing wrong with me. All these people who've been hating on me over the years, trolling me, just, ignore them. And one of the things is often people will say, why don't I have friends? How do I get more friends? And the thing with that, I'm about to tell you as an extension of what my friend told me. I'm always complaining. People ban me, block me online. And he said, there's nothing wrong with me. He doesn't see anything wrong with me. As an extension of that, the reason there are all these people who are popular or semi-popular with friends and you don't have friends or I don't have friends is because it takes someone who's lesser, who's a little bit more rugged and mean to have friends. So when you go to school and they say be a team player, well, a team player in school in group assignments is a hard-working, smart, nerdy kid. Like the people who have good social skills, whatever that means, don't do well in group assignments. It's always hard work in school that gets you by. Now, if you know someone who has a lot of friends, like they're very popular, look at all the examples of popular students or people in life. They're not the most kind, they're not the most genuine. Look at all the hot girls, hot guys. Why do you think in life they're making all these connections? It's not about being more generous, being more good. It's actually the opposite. So after you realize that, you realize attractive men need dark triad traits like narcissism. So I want people watching this, if you think, maybe I want more friends, maybe I just want people to be nicer to me. If you want both to be a genuine, good, honest person and nice, but also have more friends, you're in luck because you have something that those people do not have. So you can attract a much smaller pool of people to be your friend, but you have to search for them. You're not just gonna find them. If a school has 2,000 students, maybe I wish you good luck, don't give up, thanks. So, but a school might have a small handful from each grade who are good people. And so now we can extend that to parents. So your parents they might not be the most hip, like in touch with newer things. So if your parents aren't very, hip and cool, then that can be a good thing. So maybe you have parents who are hip and cool, and they know slang, they know about the internet, they know about trends and social media, but there's advantages to both. On one hand, the parents who aren't hip, they'll probably shelter you more. I mean, you could turn out okay either way. I prefer a mix, but it's not for us to decide how our parents are. And another thing that's been on my mind is how would I learn a skill, or how would I make a sales pitch? So, but first I want to talk about learning a skill. So, let's say you want to learn how to make beats in music software. Like, that's a big, difficult skill to learn. You might not have money to buy instruments or the software to make beats, music, and you might not be able to learn how, other than just experimenting on your own. And you might not even have the time to do any of that. So it's a huge time commitment. I would say that's a crazy skill to be able to master, because even top producers don't know everything there is to those DAW, digital audio workstation, music softwares. But with making a sales pitch or advertising, promotion, marketing, it's very difficult because, should you make a YouTube ad? How long should it be? Like an ad of your own product? Like, I've always thought how you would do it, but I don't know. I see most of them don't get clicks. People skip the ads. Because if you're watching some YouTube video and you see the ad, and for you to go out of your way, click the link, pay for something you're not even interested in. So you have to be giving something that people want. and it has to be cheap, it has to be really good. There's just a lot of factors. Now, another thing, to go back to that friends thing, is that you might still have, a friend or two. I wasn't saying you have, no friends, but to say that, you have more friends than you can keep up with, people just like you, is different. And it might honestly be because you're biasing your behavior. So to one person, you treat them this way, and to everyone else, you treat them that way. So it may even be more of a bias thing, where, for instance, my mom talks to me, my brother, my dad, my mom's ex-boyfriend, her ex-boyfriend. My mom talks to each four of us differently. She talks to each four of us differently. Each of the four of us. And my mom is bad. She's bad news. I don't like talking about my mom. My mom's a psychopath. Psychopath and sociopath who I've reformed. Every time I yawn, my eyes water. But another thing that's been on my mind is see, people think that don't get too offended. It's okay to say this, to say that, but then people take it too far. Like, they'll say, oh, Asians are good at math, and another person's like, hey, don't be racist. But then they'll be like, oh, it's just a generalization. They're not blanket statements saying all Asians are good at math. And then they're like, okay. And over time, it becomes normalized. And one of the things is you'll have people say other things about race, ethnic groups, and like Asians aren't masculine or whatever, Southeast Asians. But See, if you want to generalize, what you have to do is you have to make sure you're being fair. Like, if I want to say Asians are good at math, I have to qualify that statement. I have to say some Asians can be good at math, but the other thing is that people will people will try to improve themselves, and they try to be perfect, they try to be conscientious. To be a better person, you can't look at it like, oh, I'm gonna work on my diet, my hygiene, my exercise, my work ethic. Like, that's compartmentalizing it too much. So once you have the mind, everything in the mind, your logic, your thinking, once all of that is settled, everything else will fall into place. So I would never go to someone who wants to be a better, more perfect person and start talking about diet and hygiene and exercise. That's like what those online guru people do. And that's cool if you don't really wanna get better, but for people who actually wanna like be insanely perfect and just like be a god, like I would say just like you need that well, first of all, you cannot be perfect and have all these flaws. So if you're a nice person, you already have half the battle won, because a lot of people aren't nice. Like girls who on the phone joke and they exaggerate and they get all flirty, and like those girls are no good. That's why in psychology there's the id, the desire, something else, and then psychosexuality. So they pay attention to your sexuality. So if you're asexual or you're gay, that helps. And cause you don't want to be going around flirting and obsessed with women like, or boys if you're a girl, but I just feel like, you know, the reason we're here to to survive and live our lives, you know, or sort of the meaning of life is we're supposed to be evolving our race, the human race. And if we're not evolving, then like what are we doing? Like there's so many DJs and they're playing their original music, but the music all sounds the same. It's just these like synth techno beats. And if I could make beats and if I could remix songs and have like a DJ setup, I would want to have like the best music. I wouldn't just want to play like these loops and fills. These I wouldn't just want drums and bass and guitar and piano. I want some like violin, some wind instruments, and some like special synth wave and like but I mean I don't know how to do that, otherwise I would. But you gotta think about sometimes that you know, what can you do about the things you can't control? Because if like I said in the TikTok I made before, if you let yourself be a product of your environment and you just waste away, then you're wasting your life. Like, yes, there's things you can't control, but you can't just, like, quit. If I can't drive, and I say, okay, I can't control that, but what if I can? What if I can get a Uber, get a taxi, or whatever? But at the same time, if I really can't do anything about it, then I guess, yeah, thinking about it, it's not gonna help. It's just when people say these things, they're saying these things without 100% certainty. They're not sure, and they should be using probabilistic terms like I think, or maybe, or I don't know, but perhaps, like people who always try to give an answer when when they don't have one to give. Like, see, I thought that, at least when I was growing up, you know, that life would be easy. I literally thought that. I thought I'd become a doctor, I'd be rich. It was almost a fantasy I thought I was living. I thought, like, nothing bad would ever happen. Like, in my mind, like, I don't know. I didn't grow up, like, poor or with a lot of problems. Early on, I had a good life. Basically the first half of my life. From the time I was born till I was almost 13. Like, less than a month away from being 13. My life was good. And now I'm 25 and 4 months. So, over half my life. A little bit over. But, see, like, and here's another thing to get more friends. If you want more friends, you aren't, walking up to people saying, hey, will you be my friend? You're building a connection. So, yes, those people I talked about, if they're not nice, if they're bad, they're mean, but they've still built that connection, that relationship, that trust, that bond. Like the girl who keeps going to that old guy for sex and drugs. Like that young, pretty girl who everyone knows, and she goes with older guys instead of guys her own age. I'm just making someone up right now. But she is doing that because whoever that is makes her feel something inside her heart. And that feeling is almost irreplaceable. If you can make someone feel something, they'll keep coming back to you. And it's a feeling that can't be put into simple words. It's like, I don't know, but it's like how sometimes people laugh and you didn't get the joke, you didn't see why it's funny, but to that person it was hilarious. They laughed so hard. But to you, you don't see it. So to them, they see the value in that joke, but that didn't amount to much for you. So it depends on the person. But sometimes, you're not gonna, sometimes you're not gonna, you're not gonna have friends. And there's not gonna be much you can do. Sometimes you want friends who don't want to be your friend. And you just have to stick with the other people who like you for who you are. Because if you try to change who you are, or change the other people, it's not gonna work. You have to be who you are. Stay true to yourself. But improve on your strengths. And when you improve on your strengths, you become more of a specialized type of person. So you're not trying to be all well-rounded. You can still be a little bit well-rounded, but you want to specialize in something. It's like if I put two guys in a fight and they're both like evenly well-rounded, they're both gonna knock themselves out. So you want to have a specialty in a jab or a hook or a kick, like something, just so that it's not an even 50-50 fight. Now, one guy has his chance with the jab, you have your chance with the hook. So, now, you don't wanna, you don't wanna you don't wanna let people bother you, so it's okay to correct people if they're wrong, but if people are so wrong and they don't know you that well, or you're not friends, they're not your family member, you should just leave them. Because worrying and getting bothered is not good. So, your mental health matters more. Mental health isn't really something I talk about, because in my opinion, all you have to do really is just take care of yourself. But to some people that's hard. Like, it's like physical health. And your brain has neuroplasticity. But after you get older, you should be good. Your mental health is, I would say, less important than physical health. I would say your mental health is less important. But I would say that people just throw around the phrase mental health for everything, like mental health awareness, and like, how aware do you want to be? Like, I feel like everyone is pretty aware. I feel like you know, if your mental health is bad and that's you, that's not someone else making it bad for you, then just like learn coping mechanisms, learn to be more positive. I mean, technically all of it can be changed by your own perception and your own thoughts and feelings. Like, so many people get depressed, anxious, sad, and so there's different moods. Like, you listen to one song when you're in this mood, another song that mood. But then there's people who are like happy, and then there's people who are kind of flat. So you definitely don't wanna like have too much fluctuation. Like, I would say to be mentally healthy, try to like try to like, maybe you're not gonna be in the best mood because something bad just happened, but try not to let it bother you. Try to just cope and forget about it. You can still step into the emotion, but don't act on it. Don't like let it control you. And See, so, when, people say that, like, you need to do this, you need to do that, go to college, get a job, get good grades, do this, do that, that never ends up working out perfectly. Like, you'll try, you'll put in effort, and the result, the outcome is something different. So, if you go to college, get a degree, maybe you graduate, maybe you don't, but with that degree, what are you gonna do? Like, some things are out of your reach. Some things you have to accept. In life, you have to accept. If you can't reject, there's no way to reject. And so if you can't accept, well, you have to accept. You don't have a choice. Like, people talk about grief and denial, self-denial. With grief, like, if I lose my wife or my child, that passes over a period of time. Self-denial, like, if I don't believe in myself, if what I'm experiencing, I don't give myself, I don't want to allow myself to feel the things I'm feeling, think the things I'm thinking. Self-denial is good when you want to do something bad or you have temptations, but self-denial is bad when it's because you're not confident enough in yourself, or you have insecurities. When guys go out and they try to talk to people, meet new people, that's often self-denial. They're not confident enough. Grief is when you lose something, you suffer a loss. Grief is temporary, and grief will pass. Self-denial gets worked into your psyche. It becomes a habit. So you have to break that habit. One of the worst habits people have is thinking that, you know, thinking anything, and when people prove you wrong, you don't believe them, you don't listen to them. So it gets ingrained in your daily routine. Any belief or behavior that you have that's wrong, and when people point it out to you, you dismiss it. So you don't listen to them, you don't give them the time to tell you why you're wrong. And the longer you do that, the worse it gets. To the point you can't change. You can't go back to not having that belief or behavior. And that's one of the reasons why you want to break bad habits before it becomes like compulsive. You become obsessed. And And so to put in perspective, if you were, like, I don't know, I guess, rich, that's what everyone wants, to be rich or to be famous. But if you were rich, so many things could go wrong. Not even just about the money, but about, because what are you gonna do with that money? You're just gonna buy stuff. And if you think about it, a lot of people are, I don't know, middle class. So what are you gonna buy? This isn't like crazy rich. This is just like 6 figures. So, this isn't enough to like rent out a whole mansion. But if you did have that kind of money, what you should be doing with that is not what you would be doing. You would not be working on yourself, buying important things. Like, if the first thing you do is you go buy a house, you go buy a car, okay, maybe, but I'm thinking, start investing, like, at least try to grow the money first, then maybe rent an apartment, in a nice area of the city. But, you can't, here's another thing, you can't tell someone that they're mean because they treat you bad. You can say they treat you bad, they're mean to you, but if they're only like that to you and they're nice to everyone else or almost everyone else, then that's just to you. But if they treat everyone else nice, but they're just mean to you, but they they don't interact with those other people very often, and if they did, they would be mean to them, then that's a different story. So there's different twists and turns about that. Because if I meet this one guy once a week, and this guy every day, and this guy a couple times a month, then depending on how often and how I interact with them, treat them, that determines what it is. Now, most of the time you're not talking to dozens of people every day. It's spread out. What you're gonna see is that, when you have someone you really like, it's just like neutral. So, yeah. If you treat someone really, really nice, it's probably not someone you really like. It's probably someone you like, but you're joking around or you're fooling around. Like, I know so many guys will like joke around, play around, get all like feisty with other guys they know, but like that guy doesn't like them back, like as friends, not sexually, because they're straight. But the guys who you're like really nice to, like you're being nice for a reason. You're aware that, you know, for whatever reason, that dude, you pissed him off at some point. So now you're trying to be nice back to him to get his loyalty back, but you can't. And, technically, you're not supposed to have a lot of friends, because if you have a lot of friends, you can't, like, I can't dedicate this much time to all of you. So I make one video, post it on IG Reels after the live ends, and whoever wants can watch it. But I would never make this for 70 people, 100 people, however many watch the reel. So if it's online, you can make as many friends as you want, pretty much, within certain limits. But if you become dependent on a parent or a friend for something, could be transportation or whatever, usually as an adult, and you become dependent, you're you're stunting your potential to ascend. You want to ascend to the next level. So I shouldn't be going into debt. I shouldn't be doing all these things. It's like, if I want to improve myself and work towards a better future, I shouldn't be like burying myself further into this cycle. So people often link the two things, driving and getting a job, but there's other things. So it's about your time. There's time management, and then there's procrastination. So time management is, can you basically organize and compartmentalize your tasks? With procrastination, that's more of an emotional thing. Are you stressed? Are you worn out, depressed? You're not procrastinating because you're poor time management. You're likely procrastinating because you're sad or whatever, or tired. But time management is very, very easy. Most people have that skill. If you work on it, it's not hard. But with driving, getting a job, so driving is getting a job, okay? If you can drive, there are jobs you'll be able to get. But to drive nowadays, the MVA requires you to have practice hours. You need car insurance if you have a car in most states, or all states, I don't know. There's a lot of requirements. Gas is expensive, so it's money, and that's it. You just need money. If you have money, you can get a car, and if you can get a car, you can get a job and drive and get a job. So, but that kind of money is hard to come by for a lot of people. And so when people tell you, like, when they tell you, like, or so here's the thing. So, all of these videos I make trying to help people improve whatever, there are things I never talk about. For example, I never talk about, how to get rid of the bad things, how to get rid of if you're lazy, if you're mean, if you're rude. If you want to get rid of all those things, I don't know. What I would say is, first of all, why do you have those things? So, if you just have those things because that's what makes you comfortable, it's gonna be pretty hard for you to fix yourself. But if someone's making you that way, I can help you with that. But everyone's different. When people are nice and generous and happy and good, they're like that all for the same reasons. But then you have these weirdos who are like rude, bad, mean, naughty, and they got a whole different backstory for why they're like that. Each one is different. So it's the unique experiences that makes them the way they are. No one just pops out of the womb and they're like that, no. So, I haven't studied enough lives to understand why people behave the way they do. I know a lot about the good things, why people are like that, because I can relate to that. Because I'm like them, I'm good. But bad people, for me, if right now I had that ability, I'd be broken. Like, if I could go up to a gangster on the street and reform him, I'd have skills, because then now I can really say I'm good at personal development. Because personal development, self-improvement, is all about being able to get people to change. When people say, don't try to change people, don't try to change yourself, be who you are. Well, yes, but you should change. Change is good. You want to improve. But, even myself, I don't know how to change myself. How am I going to change someone else? Really, that's the question. No one knows how to. No psychologist, no motivational speaker. That's why they have motivational speakers. It's to motivate you to do things you don't want to do. People teach, discipline, but you can only go so far with that. It's like, if I'm 300 pounds overweight, how am I going to lose all this weight? It's impossible at that point. Your metabolism's messed up. You can't walk. You're going to die early in your 50s. Like, I would love to be able to know how to change people. That's basically magic. If you want the closest possible thing, all it is would be you would give them a reason why, and you would make it worth doing. So, if someone does drugs and they're addicted, you would help them get off the drugs, and you would give them an alternative. But here's the thing, a lot of things that people aren't willing to change aren't actually that bad. They might be pretty bad, but they don't compare to the things that they've done bad before, but that they were willing to change and changed. You wanna be in my live video? I'm about to end soon, man. You wanna be in my video? Type something in the chat. Wait. Who, me? Yeah. You wanna be in my video? Didn't you? You just requested. That was you? I'm about to end soon. I've been live for a while. I might go to bed. What do you wanna do? Yes? What happened? What's up, man?
Hey, if you're tired, man, go. You need to get your rest. You sound where are you located at?
I'm in Maryland.
You're in Maryland. I'm in Pennsylvania. Sorry, it's dark here. My lights are off. I'm about ready to go to bed too. But if you're tired, go to bed. We'll do this some other time. And my name's not Arlo. Arlo is my therapy cat. My name's James. What's yours?
I'm Angie.
Who?
Sorry, I had surgery on my tongue. They cut my neck. It's hard for me to pronounce my name because it has the letter D in it. My name's Angie. It's not.
Aaron.
It's not Angie. People think I'm saying Angie like a girl's name. You can just call me Snapman.
Snapman. Okay. I like that nickname. But hey, if you're tired, I want you to get some sleep, bro. All right.
Oh, I never fall asleep. My insomnia is so bad. I still get tired, but I just lie in bed really tired.
I
But
get
I
it.
don't actually fall asleep.
Are you on medication for your insomnia or something?
I've tried a bunch of stuff. They don't work.
Like, hmm. I've had insomnia quite often. I go through that at times. And in fact, I went through it back in January and February, so I feel you there. Yeah. I mean, you got to try to get some sleep somehow.
Yeah.
Do you have a doctor's? Like, can you tell one of your doctors or?
No, I tried. They prescribe me medications that just make me more tired, but I still don't sleep.
Oh my! I'll be keeping you in my prayers. All right.
Okay, thanks, man.
Try to go to bed, okay, and try to get some sleep, and we'll do this some other time when you feel a little bit more energy, okay?
Okay.
Yeah, I yeah. At night, you're in Maryland, so I'm in Pennsylvania, so we're on the same timeline. You and I, you and I are in the same boat. We should actually be going to bed at around 8, 9 o'clock at night in the evening. And even though we can't sleep, at least lay down because it's telling the body, hey, look, I'm in rest mode. And if another thing that helps with insomnia is like doing something boring, something that bores you. Yeah, and screens, like don't turn off TVs, turn off computers, and yeah, that'll help you too.
Okay.
And there's such a thing called white noise. It helps you go to sleep. And what white noise is, it's like playing soft music or having a fan running, or like right now I have the fan running and I have it facing in my direction. Whenever a fan is facing my direction, it usually puts me to sleep without no medication. So
Oh, I have white noise machines in my bedroom.
I'm kind of leery about keeping my fan out though, like I have it, because my therapy cat. I have a therapy cat. My therapy cat. His name is Arlo. But I'm thinking about moving my fan before I actually go to sleep. Probably back underneath the desk. Because he was over there trying to knock it down.
Oh, so I
Get
I
get get some
I
sleep.
I turned my IG reels into. I mean, I turned my IG live streams into IG reels after the live stream ends. Cause I just taught like knowledge for an hour straight. I teach stuff in my IG reel, so I don't know if there's a way to remove you if you don't want to be seen. But if you're okay with it, it's just gonna go
No,
into a reel.
no, 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 no. It's okay. It's okay. You can show me. I just don't have the light on right
Um,
now. I'm saying the next time we talk, we should do this on another day. So,
okay.
all right. But you can still show this. You're a good guy. You seem like a good-hearted young man. Okay.
Okay.
I bet you're way younger than I am, and yeah, you need to be getting your sleep. Yeah, I'm myself. I'm 47. You don't have to tell me your age, but you look young, a little bit younger than I am. Okay.
I have a bald spot somewhere after I got a haircut.
Yeah, I see
Can you
that.
see it? Where is it? I can't see it.
It's right. It's right there. It's on the left side. I see it. Did they do surgery there?
No, the surgery was on my tongue for tongue cancer, and
Oh
it cut into
my.
my neck. Because the lymph nodes in my neck, one of them had cancer in it. So that means it was stage 3 because it spread to the lymph nodes.
Oh my. That kind of makes me wonder. Like right, the lymph nodes are like right near the spine, right? In the neck, right?
I don't know about the spine.
Uh, 'Cause I have spinal issues. I've been having problems on my right side lately myself. I don't think it's my tongue. I hope it's not my tongue. I'm not. Now you got me worried.
Oh, I had tongue cancer because something got into my tongue when I was young. So I had it
Okay.
since I was young, but it turned into
Okay.
cancer last year. It turned into a tumor last year. I
Oh
know
my.
exactly why. I know what happened.
Oh my. Well, you're in my prayers,
Yeah.
buddy.
it's not a mystery. Some people are like, oh, I was eating bad or need to change my lifestyle, but it's not that. I know why I got it.
Some cancers are like that, but some cancers aren't. Most cancers aren't. With most cancers, yeah, you gotta change your lifestyle. But some cancers, it's not about lifestyle change. Like my doc, my one of my doctors thinks I may have prostate cancer. Well, it was yeah, that had to do with lifestyle change. But there's people who get that and they didn't do anything to get it, you know. So sometimes it's about lifestyle changes, sometimes it isn't. So
There's on Twitter, I keep getting like DMs from people asking me to buy their OnlyFans. And I keep
oh
trying to figure out if they're bots or AI or catfish. And people tell me not to like um talk to them, to
yeah,
immediately block
I wouldn't
them.
talk. Don't even talk to people who have OnlyFans.
Yeah, but I want to figure out the mystery so I don't block them. I'm trying to get them to like send me proof that they're a real person, 'cause I keep getting them. Even if I block them, I'll get more. It's never ending. It's been going on in my Twitter. I only have like 600 something
Oh,
followers.
it's worse on Twitter.
Yeah, Twitter's bad.
Twitter and Instagram. Instagram's the next one that's really bad.
I had an old Instagram that got hacked because I was following a bunch of people and one of them asked for my phone number and then they texted me a link and I clicked on it and they hacked into my phone and then they hacked into my Instagram, so I don't have that
Oh my
Instagram
god.
anymore. That was like in 2021 though.
Yeah. Oh, Lance, that was not that long ago. Yeah, you gotta be careful on what you links you click on.
Yeah.
So you have like yeah, you're a motivational speaker. You make motivational
Um,
videos.
Not motivational videos. It's just like knowledge. Like I'm an existential learner, so I learn from experiences. So I just try to create my own knowledge and discoveries. It's not for motivation. It's more for like how to style, self help, um advice, self help. Uh,
That's good. Well, I'll check out your Instagram page. I'll check out your Instagram profile.
oh, my IG reels are all long, like at least 30 minutes. I also
That's
teach
fine.
stuff in my Twitter and on TikToks. So, on Twitter, I
I
have tweets that are short. You could probably read them all in a day. And
I
then,
I don't have my Twitter right now. I haven't been on Twitter for a while. I get on TikTok every once in a while, but not always.
oh, well, my TikToks are like 10 minutes long. So those are probably easier for people to watch. But
I'll
then
check
I make more of those. I try to make an IG live to turn into an IG reel once a week now.
once a week. It must be getting harder for you then.
Yeah, I'm running out of knowledge.
Nah, you're not running out of knowledge. Oh, hey,
Oh,
let me tell you. Let me tell you something my dad taught me. Always try to learn one new thing a day. And then every time he would tell me that, he would always say, A mind that fails to learn is a mind that's dead. In other words, people who don't learn are bound to make the same mistakes. So, yeah, try to always learn one new thing a day, all right? It'll help you.
Okay. You know,
Hey, are you?
um,
I'm autistic myself. I have autism. Do you have autism?
no, I have schizophrenia,
Oh,
and
schizophrenia. Oh,
I
no.
I talk slow because I I well I'm medicated. The medicine probably affects me just because it blocks the dopamine receptors, and I take lithium for mood, so I'm very
Okay.
relaxed. But aside from that, I've always talked different to different people. So when I talked to friends at school before, in college, when I talked to my parents, when I talked to my brother, when I talked to girls, when I talked to guys, when I talked to old people, young people, I talk different to everyone. Like, I have different voices. I used to be able to reach a singing pitch of an F8, which meant I was tied for the highest male pitch recorded. But my
Really?
pitch lowered. I have that because my schizophrenia makes me have excessive saliva, so I'm always swallowing. So my throat's always moist. So I can scream in a high pitch, and my throat doesn't get dry.
Well,
Um,
if it's any consolation, guess what? I am bipolar. I am bipolar. I have bipolar part two. I also have severe chronic anxiety, and I have severe depression syndrome, fibromyalgia. The doctors are trying to label me as schizophrenic, but I know I'm not schizophrenic yet. But I have a brother who is schizophrenic, and he's been on lithium. So
oh, my
oh, I also have
mom's
some.
old boyfriend is bipolar, and he's medicated for it. But
Yeah, I'm
all
on
I have,
medication too.
oh,
Yeah, I got Wellbutrin. I'm on Wellbutrin, Vistaril, lorazepam. What else am I on? Oh, valproic acid. Yeah, I've been on other stuff before. Like they've had me on Boost Bar before and other kinds of medications. But the stuff I'm on now works. It works for me. But
um,
my heart goes out to you with the schizophrenia.
the stuff I'm on doesn't work for me. I have to take supplements to try to stabilize my symptoms because I still hallucinate stuff from my schizophrenia. I'm the type that has the positive symptoms. So with a chemical imbalance in schizophrenia, if you have too much, then you have the positive symptoms, so like too much dopamine, histamine. So I hallucinate, have delusions, paranoia. But if you have the negative symptoms, you get depression, catatonia, like you're all still stiff. So I don't have the depression, catatonia, all that side of it. Unless I go
Uh,
completely off the meds, then I'll have slightly of those. But
I hope I don't have that. I'm also bad. Just yesterday, my family doctor, my primary care doctor, not my psychiatrist. He found yeah, I'm battling a really bad ear infection, so I'm on an antibiotic too. 870 milligrams, 75 milligrams. It's amoxicillin. These pills are big. But I've been talking to some people a family over in Pakistan, and they're a third world country, and they don't have the resources to medications like America does. So it's like third world countries, they have it bad. But you're a good guy. If you can have an Instagram, if you're really good at social networking like you are, and along with the schizophrenia, that's a good sign. My brother Kevin, I asked him once if he knew how to drive a car, because he's schizophrenic, bipolar, maniac, depressed, and this was back in 2017. I asked him if he knew how to drive a car, and he said, "Yeah." He hallucinates too, but he said, "Yeah, I know how to drive a car. It's like driving an army tank." So I got out of the driver's seat. I allowed him to, drive around the parking lot. He did a really good job. And then he drove around, and when he parked better than I did. And so a couple days after that, I took him to the license bureau, and when you take the test to get a learner's permit, you have to do the computer part. Well, he got on the computer, and I was standing like a little bit behind him, and he answered the first question correct, but he couldn't figure out how to navigate it to get to the next page. So I showed him, and he answered the second question correctly. And after I showed him the second time how to navigate, someone from the license branch came over to me and said, "Oh, you can't be helping him with that. He's got to do it on his own." Yeah, that's the only. But he knew how to drive though. If he had somebody there to helping him with his test, and people.
Oh, I used to drive, but I took a test in a broken down car because I disclosed my schizophrenia, which is a reportable condition, and I didn't get to take the rehab clinic test in my car, or I didn't have a car, but they made me use this broken down car because I guess they were afraid the rehab clients, people driving, will press too hard down the gas, so they purposely make it weaker of like a gas engine, and so I couldn't drive fast enough. Plus, I drove a little too close to some cars because I, at one point, was trying to see how close I could drive next to them, but it was the wrong time to do that. But I could still technically go back and get a license. They took my learner's permit. I didn't have a license,
Oh my!
and it was the only place they had a rehab clinic for people without a license, like just a permit. So there wasn't any other place I could go. Um, but I could drive. I had 160 hours of practice. I could park, parallel park, reverse park. I had driven a lot before, and that was in 2023 that they took my learner's permit.
I'm sorry that they took it, but I don't doubt it. I bet you're one of the safest drivers on the road.
Oh, I would drive faster because I was trying to get to school. Because I usually drove on my way to school or home from school, and there's traffic, and not that there's congestion too much, but a lot of fast moving cars, so I had to keep up with the traffic.
Well, yeah, yeah. What part of Maryland do you live in? I used to live in West Virginia, by the way, and I have a sister who attended Georgetown University. So I've been to Maryland before. So what part of Maryland are you from?
Oh, I'm from Silver Spring. I'm not in Silver Spring now because I'm in an apartment. Because my mom kicked me out, but it's weird because my parents still
Um,
support me. Like my mom comes every weekend to bring food, but she doesn't let me live with her because she's not good. She was like abusive. And we would get into verbal altercations and arguments and stuff.
so does anybody else live with you, or
No, and my brother already moved out and he's married. He's like 4.5 years older than me.
you do have
Uh,
do you have friends or friends that come and visit you or anything?
no, but I talked to my dad, and my mom's ex-boyfriend sometimes on the phone, and my parents are divorced since I was 2. But
Oh
my
no.
dad's still around. After they got divorced, my dad just moved like a little bit away from my
Does he
mom's house.
does he come and visit you?
They don't visit, but well, technically they visited like once or twice here, but that was last year. Um,
So you don't have any friends that visit you? Do you know people like who lives around you?
uh, I have a few friends in this apartment building, but we just see each other at the gym. If we run into each other at the gym, because there's a gym here. Because I'm into fitness, I'm like really good at fitness knowledge.
So you're in the same. You and I are in the same boat. Do you- but how many siblings do you have? You said you had you said you had a brother. Do you have any more siblings or
No, just my older brother.
so there's just two of you? See, I have eight sisters and I had three brothers. I have a brother that passed away in 2020, and my dad passed away in 2020, and my mom passed away in 2021. My older siblings, I'm number 10 out of 12. My older siblings, they don't even talk to me. They don't even, they, they, they don't even talk to me. And then my younger brother and sister, the only time they call me or actually call me on the phone is when they're drunk or getting high. I leave the door to my apartment unlocked on purpose for people to come and visit me. But I don't really get any visitors. I know people, but it's like, and then you think church people would call me, and it's like, would come and visit me, but the only time they call me or text me is, "Do you need a ride to church?" so, so there's this thing called isolation. It's called isolation. Um, I forgot what they call it, but where you feel isolated. Do you feel like that at times?
Uh, I watch a lot of live streamers on Twitch, Kick, and YouTube. So those are my friends. I forgot to say that when you asked. So 24/7, like my computer, like here. I but I think it shows my never mind. Um uh like here. I have streams tab. So 24/7 I always
Oh,
have
you're a
live
computer whiz.
uh,
Hey,
and
you
I
gotta be
chat.
done. Go ahead.
Oh yeah, some of them banned me, some of them blocked me, but I've made a lot of friends, and
Well,
I'm a live streamer too.
I will. I promise you, I will never. I won't block you. Okay. In fact, I have two more Instagram pages, but they're under James Howenstein. Okay, look up James Howenstein, and then I'm on Facebook quite often. I have two accounts on there, James Howenstein, and then my therapy cat has a profile that I set up, Arlo Howenstein. And then I'm on Snapchat. I rarely use my Snapchat. I rarely use my TikTok. And what else do I have? Just Snapchat and TikTok. But I rarely use those. But if you wanna add my other profiles and stuff, yeah. But
Oh,
anyways,
so did you have any problems reading? Because what I could do is I could add to my ebook that has all my knowledge on everything I know, everything in my IG Reels and TikToks and Twitter. I already did before, but I have to update it for the new videos and stuff. And then
yeah,
I
you
could
could,
send it to you so you don't have to watch like 30 hours of IG Reels.
yeah, you can send me reading material.
Or it might not be 30 hours, but because I have a lot of long reels, I don't like post like dancing or video game montages with music. I'm not a gamer, so like a lot of these streams I have to have are just people playing video games. I just talk to them in the chat to try to make friends and teach them whatever stuff I know. But oh, it was good talking to you. So,
Yeah, I gotta get.
how did you find my Instagram?
How did I find it? I
Yeah.
I saw a little circle at the top of my phone, and it said something like it said something Snap Man. Oh Snap
Um,
Man. Anyways, or something like that. I was like, interesting. And every once in a while I check out live Instagram feeds, and I thought, well, I'll see what this guy's all
oh,
about.
so, cause I know on TikTok there's a whole browsing feature, but on Instagram there's no way to see who's live except in that top row like you were describing. So that's why I've been really wanting to go live on TikTok, but they're very strict with their rules. So I know a lot of people who have gotten shadow banned on TikTok because you can't do anything there pretty much without getting banned. So I just stream on Instagram, but I'm only teaching knowledge, so I should be fine. So I might actually do this there too, except I can't turn the TikTok live into a TikTok short after the live stream, so I don't know what I'll do.
Now on Snapchat and on TikTok, I go by my real name, James Howenstein. Okay. Now I think now my TikTok profile I've got there's like other ones I tried starting some other TikToks, and I was like, I can't do it. And then there's one that has a whole bunch of videos. So yeah, that's my main. That's the TikTok I use. The other ones are mine, but one, I don't remember the passwords. Two, it's like, I don't, I don't know. I couldn't get the hang of TikTok at the time. And then my Snapchat, I go by James Howenstein too. I think I only have one Snapchat account though. So.
Oh.
Alright, well
I have some maybe bad people after me, because I'm what they call a low cow in my live streams. I'm very funny, so people like to milk me for laughs. So I actually had people dox me and harass me before online. So, but my Instagram, my TikTok is safe because they only go after me where I'm a low cow, and I'm not a low cow here. I'm not. I'm serious in my instructional teaching video. So, um, it's just my live stream. So like YouTube, Twitch, Kick, those. If you watch me there. They watch me, but they don't chat. I don't think so. They're just lurking. And then they talk to me about it the next morning or like the next day. They'll be like, hey, I saw your video. Like, they probably won't see this because this is at the end of like a 2-hour IG reel. But you don't need to watch my live streams. Those are just me working out. Like on YouTube, Twitch, Kick. Like, I would go to the gym really late at night and work out, and I would get like 20 viewers, and then the VOD would get like 200 or 100 something views on YouTube, and then more on Twitch and Kick, like 20, 10, 15.
Yeah, well, I'll chat with you later, okay? Because I'm getting drowsy and I got to get my fan in a different area so my cat doesn't knock it down. Okay?
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm holding my phone on a tripod. That's why I keep like doing this and that. Because
I have
I'm
never.
trying to like fix the tripod legs.
Okay, okay. I'm getting tired. I took my medicine. Like before I hopped on Instagram. Yeah, but I'll chat with you later, okay? And
Okay.
if you want to send me reading stuff, you can. All right?
From DM or how?
On Instagram or Facebook or wherever. And remember, my name's James. My name is James. And I have accounts with with James Howenstein, and my therapy cat's name is Arlo. Okay. So,
Okay.
so if you see Arlo Howenstein on either Facebook or Instagram, then if you that's my therapy cat. If you see James, that's me. Yeah. Well, yeah, most of it's me. Now there's one account on Facebook. It somebody set up a fake profile with my name, and it's like But anyways, I gotta let you go. Okay.
Okay.
I'm starting to get drowsy, and I gotta move my fan before I go to sleep. All right. I'll talk with you later, bud. Peace out.
Okay.
Now, how do I get off there? This is my first time on the live video feed on Instagram. What do I do?
Oh, I could probably end the live, but then you wouldn't know how to get out.
Hold on here. Let's see what this does. Hold on here. Oh, that's Let's see what happens if I hit X. Stop sharing video with, no. No, I ain't trying to do that. What does this do? Ah, here we go. I hit the TV. I hit the TV drop button, and I see my name. I see Arlo, and I hit the button leave. Well, it's nice talking to you, little bro. Okay.
Oh,
Try to get some sleep tonight, all right?
okay.
Yeah. That's it. It's good to know that you're from Maryland. I live in Middleburg, Pennsylvania. I forgot to tell you where I live. I live in Middleburg, Pennsylvania. All right. All right. I'll talk to you later, bro.
Okay. Oh, so now we're gonna teach more knowledge and then end the live. But if you want all that, that's too long, so I'm gonna make this short. So the other knowledge I'm gonna teach is how to how to how to catch faster. So to catch faster, what you're gonna need to do is you're gonna need to get a soft ball, a stress ball, and it needs to be not too firm, not too dense. And so you're gonna start off throwing it. And then once you get good at that, you can start throwing higher. And you want to catch over here, not under here. So you're going to do some more of those. And see, you might drop the ball. You might drop the ball sometimes, but that's okay. Now, once you can do those, a bunch of those, and you can do these, then you're gonna do this. Now, this is where it counts. This is where it counts. Yeah, I keep missing because it's hard. Oh no. But you get the gist of it. You practice like that. And you want to do that until it gets too easy. And then you're good. Because with one hand, that's pretty impressive. I can't do it without warming up my grip, my catching.